What up, people? Just wanted to give you guys a quick update on what's going on today. Just a little backstory on the section that I'm in right now. There was a lot of people asking on my last video what the heck we were building out here. It's a chicken coop, guys. I've mentioned it before on the main channel and on the side channel. That's what I'm putting out here, a chicken coop in the back corner. Nothing fancy. It's just a little 16 by 16 area fenced in. This is the entryway here to the chicken coop area. As I guess you saw on the video when we were putting this board up here, this 4x4, it is a warped one. I actually had just the one left over, and I decided to go ahead and just utilize a warped 4x4 and put it up here. Gives it just a little bit more of an entry look. Even though it's not straight, that's still fine with me. I don't mind it being a little bowed. And a lot of people were asking, like, what's going on, and that's exactly what we're doing. We're building a chicken coop out here. Nothing fancy, guys. It's gonna be a little, probably a 6x8 area over here. It's gonna be structure for them just to get in, roost in, lay their eggs, and just get out of the weather. Then the rest of the pen will just be open for them to just free range in this section. And then once they get established on the property, I'll let them free range the whole property, unless they're starting to poop all over my porch area, stuff like that. Then I'll have to lock them up, but I don't think that's gonna be too much of an issue. I'll have the dogs out here at that point as well, so they'll be able to keep an eye on the chickens. Tucker and Daisy do really well with the birds. Sometimes Baxter has those moments where he's got the little man syndrome. He's a little chihuahua, so he feels like he has to chase the birds. He doesn't try to attack them or anything. He just, some reason he likes to chase them every once in a while, but I'll make sure I nip that in the butt. I just want an area for them to be able to lay eggs out of the way. If they happen to lay eggs in the yard, it's free game for whoever wants them. Baxter's known for eating chicken eggs and turkey eggs and duck eggs. Over there in Terrell, in the Dallas property, he would always go out to the barn, and when the chickens didn't lay them in the nesting box like they were supposed to, they would lay them out in the yard or whatever. Baxter would go and help himself, and he put on some weight and got real thick with eating those eggs. And I just told him, I said, hey man, yes, I speak to my dogs. I said, hey man, hey bro, if you want to get those eggs that I can't find, by all means do it. I'd rather have you eat them than them just sitting out in the yard being rotten and stuff. So that's basically what it is. If he wants to come in here and try to get eggs, it is what it is. And speaking of this section right here, I did plant some of my blueberry bushes over here to the side. They were over there in the front of the property. Cold Beer's gonna bust my balls in that because I dug up some plants and replanted them. It is what it is. I decided I wanted to line this chicken coop area up with some kind of fruits and stuff, or berries. So I have my blueberry bushes on one side. Back behind me I have blackberries, 2 blackberries, and then I have my 2 crabapple trees over here. So when the crabapple tree gets up a little bit bigger, it'll start producing, and maybe some of the little berry or the little fruits will drop off and the chickens can eat that. So honestly, I don't really care if they eat everything on this property as high as they can reach. As long as they're producing eggs for me, that's all I care about. That's why people have chickens, either that or to butcher them. And these hens, I'm not gonna butcher. I just want them strictly for eggs. And yeah, so anyways, that's what's happening in this little section. I felt like I needed to point that out. You can see the fence right here. Dad and I put it up yesterday, and the only thing missing in this section now, besides the coop itself, is a gate over here. I think it's about a 3-foot wide section, just big enough to be able to get in, maybe bring a tool in here to build and stuff. So I got to build a custom gate for that, which is not too much of an issue. I still have some of my fencing left over, I guess right over here, that little bit of roll left. I'm gonna frame up some kind of little door for this and just put that fence up on there. And they should be pretty good back here. I used horse fencing, so the squares are really small. I think it's 2 inches by 4 inches, something like that. So bigger animals won't be able to squeeze through the fence. They could still climb over if they really wanted to. That's just the name of the game when having animals. I'm not going to keep them in an enclosure their entire life. I want my chickens to be able to free range, eat bugs, eat all that kind of stuff. So I may lose a chicken here and there. It's just a part of having animals. I do live next to a lake, so there's going to be snakes, there's going to be wildlife and stuff that may come up. As y'all saw, there was a blue indigo on the last video I posted. I like those snakes. I don't like snakes, period, but I don't mind those snakes because they do eat rattlesnakes. So I'm not going to try to kill those or anything. The only time I would happen to possibly have to dispatch a snake is if it's inside my chicken coop attacking one of my chickens. Then I will take care of business if I need to. But other than that, if there's a snake in the yard, I'll just try to round it up and get it out of the yard. And I'm sure the dogs will let me know if there's something in here. But other than that, I have mentioned that I'm going to have a company come out and dump milling, which is the asphalt, crushed asphalt. They should be here today to dump a 22-yard load for my driveway, which I'm very excited about. I was telling Mom and Dad that that'll make my yard feel more like a yard and less like a dirt pit up there in the front. There's just a huge dirt section right down the middle, and that's where I'm gonna have my driveway. Basically, if you're looking from where my gates are, looking straight, the driveway will go straight for about 30 or 40 feet, and then it'll kind of start curving off to the right to where I want to be able to park and have a little workshop and stuff. And then, like I said, on Monday, they'll be back dumping a load for the pad site. That'll be caliche. We'll go in there, pack everything in down, and we should be good to go. Freaking seagulls, man. We live, I don't know, maybe 10 minutes from the bay, and there are seagulls everywhere over there, and they're always over here in this area where the gas station is. There's always, like, I see truckers and stuff throwing out bread and stuff, feeding them and stuff, so there's always seagulls around here, and they're very yappy at times, so you might hear them here and there on the videos. And then those grackles, those big blackbirds, I can hear one in the background over here. They like to have the nest up here in these trees right here. So they're very vocal. We have the killdee is what I think they're called. They're little white and brown birds that just run around the edge of the pond and stuff. Those are very vocal as well. So you'll probably hear birds all the time, especially with me doing these videos on the main channel where I do less talking and just strictly focus on doing the work, filming it, and not having to explain every single thing I'm doing, because half the time I explain stuff, people don't listen anyways and comment down below asking the questions on stuff I explain. Like when we were digging up that stump, people were asking, why don't you just burn that stump out? I literally had something typed across the screen that says I'm gonna burn it out later, which you can probably see right there's a burn barrel. I was actually burning that stuff yesterday. I had a small little fire going. It didn't really do much to it, but I need to continue burning it, and then eventually we'll just saw it down and bury it. It's already been poisoned, so it shouldn't be growing back. But I don't know, that's part of my reasoning for wanting to do videos with less talking. And I feel like a lot of people do listen, and a lot of people just, I don't know what they're doing. They're just watching a video and still commenting. Somebody commented and said, I'm not saying this in a rude way or anything. I'm just saying I'm just reading some of the comments, and some people are like, why don't you just get a stump grinder? It'd make your life a lot easier. I'm like, well, yeah, obviously. I don't like doing stuff the hard way just for videos. If I can afford to buy or rent a machine to do stump grinding and all that stuff, I would, but I'm not gonna throw down a bunch of money when Dad and I can do stuff out here. It's not the end of the world to have a little stump in your yard anyways. I can always figure out some way to get rid of it. Might not be as quick as a stump grinder going down right on it and taking care of it in about 30 seconds. But like I said, I'm not made of money, and if I wanted to get heavy machinery in here, we would have paid somebody to do the bulldozer work in the pond instead of spending the last 3 or 4 months digging it out with a little tractor. But I get a satisfaction knowing that Dad and I have done everything out here ourselves. Matt's helped out here and there as well. So you do get a sense of gratification knowing that these hands right here have done all this stuff out here. These hands and Dad's hands and Matt's hands, basically, and then the support from Mom as well. So I'll just end the video this way. I did see a comment. For some reason people think that my parents just gave me this property and that it's still their property. I guess they don't pay attention. They just like to do this. And I paid for the property. I paid money for it. It's mine. I have the paperwork showing that it's my name now on this property, and anybody that thinks differently can kick rocks. I don't really care anyway. So that's going to be the end of this video, guys. I'm done talking. I don't like talking on videos. I've said it before. That's why I'm trying to cut back on the main channel. I may talk a little bit on the next video, just say, hey, if you want to know what's going on, go to my side channel, which is this one, and I talk about what I'm doing on the videos if they're actually really interested. If not, then they're just going to continue asking questions, and I'm just going to move on to my next video and not worry about it. So anyways, the moral of today's video is there's not one, so don't think there is one. Anyways, I'm going to end this video before I look like more of an idiot. So anyways, hope you guys have a great day. Appreciate you for watching. I can't do it without you, and I will see you on the next one. Peace. Bye, people. Have a great day. Peace.